Okay, welcome back. It is feeding time. Just getting the feeding out of the way before we start to do a few other things in here. We had one more bird come back this morning. Apart from that, we're still missing two, so realistically not too bad. We've had some pretty good luck the last two races. Hens are in here. Storm is back in action, so we're going to pair her up today. We're going to put her and Leo back together. We're going to get them paired up, and hopefully they'll start some eggs in the next few weeks, which will be good because our new rings come out in August, so probably about another 3 to 4 weeks we should have some rings. But I've got plenty of rings from the previous season if we do need them. We do just need to start filling these perches, so I'm going to try and pair the best Kittle hen today as well. I think she's starting to show some interest, so I'm going to put her in a box with 83 and hopefully we get them paired up, or at least playing nicely. And I know that little hen there too, she's definitely keen to breed, but I'm not really sure what I want to do with her yet, so I have a bit of a think about it. But I do want to start ramping up a few pairs, and then this section will nearly be empty, and I do want to give it a bit of a tidy up as well, because there is certain spots here that need repainting, and I'd like to give everything a really good clean and disinfect and stuff like that. So yeah, we'll get there. We've got lots of jobs to do, but the breeding is definitely something that we need to get on the roll with, basically, because last year we were pretty slow with it. And we, a lot of our losses this year were due to younger birds, and that's evident pretty much because most of the pink rings in here, apart from the yellow team, are gone. There's only a couple of them, and the rest are the birds with the bluey West Coast rings on it. You'll see there they've got one. It's a bit harder to see, but it's a light blue, where the PRF rings, same year, that little pinky colour. So yeah, we want to get them on the road breeding early this season so that I can stop well and truly before Christmas. That's the goal. Breeding season here in Perth can go pretty much from August through to whenever you want, really. We don't get too many cold days. So yeah, we're getting a bit of a move on so we can fill this. I want to get 30 birds in here and 30 birds in here. We've got a few in here already. But I think we'll lose a few more when it comes to race. And some of these yellow team are not old enough to breed. I did breed some of those inbred ones to breed with, but they might be a few special projects a little bit later on. But yeah, they're all looking pretty good. We'll get a few pairs on the roll anyway, just so we are not behind. We'll head across here because there are some pairs we can get moving pretty quickly. So basically we've got the spare cocks in here. At this point I want to sort of leave shock until one of those inbred storm hens become available, just because one of the hens was looking at before, the sooty dark checker one, is the daughter from Storm and him together, and the babies look pretty good, to be honest. So I'm thinking they're pretty feisty, pretty switched on, so I'm kind of hoping that we can just keep that little line going. Shock's babies haven't been too bad so far. We've still got 2 left in the team, I think, so that's definitely positive. We do have Leo at the back there we can pair up today. We'll put him with Storm. He's ready to go. Still not 100% locked in with this guy, what I want to do with him. I was thinking about putting him with one of the inbred storm hens, but at the same time, it might even be nice to put him with one of those mealy hens, because those mealy hens are Vanderbilt crosses into storm birds, but not the same Vanderbilt line that this one is. So yeah, we'll see. I'm not 100% sure on that one yet, but we've also got the Thai grizzle cock up the back there that we might be able to pair up. So I've got a few options, but I definitely can pair up 83 and Leo and Storm as well today, so that's a good start. We've got 2 more pairs in here. Wouldn't say that we're too far away from getting some eggs in these ones. They have been in there for a little bit, and I have been letting them out, but I've just locked them up now so we can start sorting out a couple other pairs. But they're looking pretty good. This is one sort of pair that I really do like. They're starting to nest in there pretty heavy, so I think she should get us an egg in the next couple of days. And when you feel the back a bit, you can see that's starting to puff up too, so hopefully they do, because that's going to be an interesting pairing. So that cockbird at the back, he bred the cockbird last week, and I'm pretty sure the cockbird from this weekend as well is from him. And then this little hen here, she's the mother of the little blue bar hen we've got, the funny little one. And that was clockbird 2 weeks in a row. Obviously she clocked on the weekend as well, but she was the only bird in the race, so that's why that happened. But yeah, we'll see how we go, and let's have a look at this Thai grizzle hen. These two have made a mess because I only just fed them, but I do really like this Thai grizzle hen. She's quite a nice hen, this one. She's reasonably large, but I think she'd be pretty good. She's got some nice coloration on her, and she's paired up with Big Titan. Give them a round or two, see how they go. Baby's looking good. We'll probably keep them together. If they look nice and strong and look like they're pretty switched on, we can probably leave them together. But Leo's pretty much just locked up all the time now because he is really aggressive. He went into here the other day, and you can see on this cockbird, when I had them both out together, he was all bloodied up and all over the face there. So yeah, because Leo was in there trying to fight him. I mean Titan was in there fighting him, so he's going to be locked up because he will try and take over all the boxes, and he'll smash those eggs, especially when we're getting to the point where, you know, this hen could lay right now. We don't know. She's very close to laying, and she's very close to laying too, because they are, the last 2 days they've been hovering in those nest bowls. So yeah, pretty happy. We just need to get a couple more pairs in here, so we'll probably put Leo up here, 83 down here. We've got 2 more boxes to go, and then we'll probably move over into this section here. This section, we'll get some pairs in it, but I think as we fill those 2 far section with birds, we may even look at turning this into a perched section once again as well. Just I have been looking at building lofts, some other ones, but I'm also weighing up the options of building one really big loft, but that has to go through Shire and all that kind of stuff too, so the council approval, so I don't want to get too crazy, but I just want to price it up and just see what a big loft would be like with multiple sections, grading all the way through, one entry, corridor, like the whole works, like a big one, maybe even with a little office at the end where I can do my video editing. But yeah, we'll just wait and see. I'm not just weighing up all my options at the moment, so that's why I was considering turning this into another section, because basically each one of these sections can fit around about 30 birds. So if we can get 90 birds to 100 birds ready for race season, yeah, I'm going to be pretty happy. This season we only had 28, but I would really like to get these 3 full of birds, if possible, ready at the start of the season. So that's going to be a big goal for this year. So that's why we're kind of starting now, because we've got a bit of a mission ahead of us, and we need to breed more than we actually need, because we will lose a few. So yeah, we'll get these pairs in here, and then we'll continue on. So let me get those water bottles filled up, and maybe some nest bowls in there, and some pairs. Right, so let's get little Storm in here with the big fella, because he's been waiting for this for a long time. And she's definitely been waiting to breed again too, so hopefully they'll get back into it pretty quick anyway. I'll just make sure that's sitting down properly. We'll leave them alone for a second. I was actually thinking about putting 83 in here, but what actually makes better sense is we've got 6 cocks in here. So we've already got those 3 done. We've got the other 3 here. So we might just keep these ones locked into these sections. So this section that we're in now will have the 6 cocks that we can't let out, that can't go for flies or anything like that. And then we might use this section for pairs that actually can go out for flies, apart from the best kittle hen. The rest of them can. So what we should do is put 83 up in one of these boxes, and then we can set these ones up in here, so we can just lock this up and if we want to let some of these out for a fly while they've got babies, they can come back in, whatever. But it just, you'll, you know, get rid of the confusion in those type of things. But we've got, looks good up there. These two just have always got along from day dot, and they do produce some pretty good little babies. So I think they, well, Storm will definitely be pushing eggs out pretty quick. But yeah, it's good. Definitely happy to see them back together, and I know you guys will be as well, because they've been around for, well, pretty much the longest actually. I think Storm's been on this channel probably the longest out of all the birds that are currently here. And then Leo was not far after that, because I brought Leo for her. I held him and I thought, you know, I got to buy this guy. There was a few other options there, but he was a standout for me. Just a bit of a gut feeling, and it has been paying off as well, because 83, that's 83's parents there. So yeah, we'll just keep cruising along and let them do some rounds. We'll probably do 3-4 rounds out of these ones this year and then shut them down. I do, if we get a chance, probably want to try and get a pair of babies off from these ones to one lofts. Potentially Pattaya as well. If we get the chance to go to Pattaya, get the birds in there, we might even put around into there. So we'll see how we go with that. But yeah, let's move along. I might actually get 83 sorted now, just because I'll lock the definite pairs in, and then we'll go through and sort these ones out a little bit after. Meanwhile, big Leo's over there being noisy. He's very noisy. He's always been like that. We've got 83 in his box. That's the son of that pair in there. One that's been done all right for us. And we got our little best Kittle hen here too. So let's just put her in there, see how she goes. He has bred before, so he's a bit more experienced. This pair might take a little bit longer to get together, but we need to start it off soon. I think she has shown interest, so that's pretty good. She is pretty old too, so hopefully she will sort of start sorting everything out soon. But I'm hoping this is going to be my star pair here. So I've got the line of birds that I'm working on over here, the best one from this season so far, crossed into 4 times inbred best Kittle line. So it's not too bad. It's around about 60 to 70% best Kittle, and also with some Vanderbalk in there as well. So be interesting to see how that goes. So she's the new line we're trying out this coming season. We've got her bred, put an order in, got her sorted. So it took some time, but she's definitely here, and she's turned into a beautiful little hen, this one. So hopefully she's going to be a bit of one loft damage for us, because they do pretty well in there, but hopefully she does well for us. So it might take a while for these two to get sorted, but yeah, we'll see how we go and get that in there nice and snug so they can't get out. Now, who's next? Okay, so this is a promising sign. Look at this. She's in the nest bowl, picking around. She's flapping her wings a little bit, and she's sort of just, who is making an absolute racket over here? Shock. Yes. All right. So I've been doing a bit of thinking in between the last shot and this shot. I think I've got enough pairs to sort all them out. I definitely want to get that tiger paired up. He's a real nuisance, because he really likes that tiger grizzle hen that he's paired up with last time, and he's an absolute pain. So I need to find someone to keep him company, to produce some little babies. I've got pairs for both of them, a few other bits and pieces as well. So let's keep rolling on with this video, because it's going to be reasonably long, because we've got a lot of pairs to get through, and I want to get them done now, which is Monday. So come the end of the week, they should all be ready to pair up, or fully paired up, and you know, can start putting in whatever we need to get them some eggs going. So I'm going to try and get nest bowls in there anyway, and drinks and all that kind of stuff, but I definitely want to be able to start opening up the fronts and letting them have free reign. That's kind of where I'm getting at, without too much drama. So definitely keep an eye on that. She's a little bit shy. They were definitely playing up there before when I was out, so yeah, we'll keep an eye on that one. Okay, so far we've got 8 pairs. We'll go through them, have a bit of a look. There's a couple, no, we'll see how we go. Like I said, I am pretty light on with like cocks that I can breed with. So yeah, only other option is to potentially look for 4 more. I don't really want to get yeah, who knows? There's 1 or 2 more over there we could potentially use after the race season. We've got about one more race left, but we'll just wait and see. Everyone seems to be getting along pretty good. I was trying to pair up one of my birds with something else. So we managed to do that with 83 and the best kettle hen. They're still, you know, they've got a bit of work to go. These two, there's still a little bit of tension in there. But yeah, they're on the right track. We've got our little hen in there, the little funny one that we've clocked a few times, little blue bar hen. She's pretty, I don't know what she's up to, but we have paired her up with a full brother to 83. I had to take him out of the race team. We've got like 1 more race left, but his flights have dropped, so he's starting to molt through, so I can't send him. So we'll put him together and just see if they will pair together, because yeah, it'd be pretty good. I think that'd be a good pair. If we can't pair her with 83, then he's the next best bet, I think. But still got those 4 boxes to go. What can we do, really? And Leon Storm, as normal, get along quite well. That's what I like to see. So we'll go down here. We've got Little Storm. I've paired Little Storm up with the big Blue Bar Vanderbilt cockbird to see how that pairing out goes. She's ready to breed and he's pretty keen to go as well. So we'll see how those two get along. And then what we've done this last year, Little Shock was paired up with, no, Little Storm, sorry. Little Shock is not here. Was paired up with this big boy in here, which is Shock. So this year we've taken out this hen. We did breed a couple times there last year, and I haven't lost any of her babies yet. They're still in the race team, so I thought, you know what, I might just set her aside. She's been out to 380. She's a Leon Storm daughter, and we might just pair her up with Shock this season. Well, at least for a couple rounds to see how they turn out, and he's pretty happy about that. But she's a pretty nice hen, this one. She's consistent, but her babies are still here, so we haven't lost any babies from her, so that's a pretty good sign. And Shock's actually worn himself out trying to woo her. And what we've done is moved across this big Herman Cooster hen from Adam Archer in here with the Tiger Grizzle cock. I don't really have any spare hens for him at the moment, so I thought I might put these two together. Maybe use them for fostering, I don't know yet, but we'll see how we go. Like I said, I'm pretty light on for pairs, so we've got all these ones I'm definitely happy with. Happy with them, happy with them, and happy with them. Happy with them. Not 100% sure with those, but we are pretty light on. I wasn't expecting to have as many losses as we did this season, but yeah, we're getting there. If you didn't see the results from this weekend just been, we got in the main race we got club second, I think, and then in the sprint 2 where we just sent her, she was pretty slow. Something happened, so we were pretty much right at the bottom of the list. We got 5th out of 6 flyers in that race. In the Federation, I'm not sure yet, we'll see, but that's real slow, that, from what I've seen of other velocities so far. So yeah, we'll see how we go. I'll catch you guys in the next video. I've got a bit more thinking to do. I'm still not 100% set on that. I would like to have another Leon Storm hen to put with that Tiger as a cock, but we're just out of options at the moment. So we'll see how we go. We'll just play it by ear. We still are a little bit early, but you know, our rings will be here soon, so we'll just keep breeding when it got some spaces to fill. And like I said, with this section's pretty much empty. There's 3 birds in here now. This can house 30 of them, so we need to breed, fill this one up, come back over, fill this one up. This one's getting a bit light on now, so whatever race birds are left in here, they will be raced next weekend, which will pretty much be the last race. And then there is 2 special ring birds left in here. So next week, or this weekend actually it is now, we step out to 470 kilometers, so it'll be about 475 for us. So that will be our final race for myself, because we're pretty low on numbers, and we're going to keep the rest for next year. And then we'll have potentially 1 more race after that if both our special ring birds come back, which is that one and that one. There'll be 2 more around about 500 kilometre races for that, the money race. So we'll see how we go. In theory, we've got about 3 more races to go, and that'll be us for the season. So stay tuned. We'll do what we can, but it's time to fill these perches again. So let that fun begin.